guys, welcome to Go Pop.
This week on the show, we explore Alfonso Cuarón's Gravity and get ready for a brand new season of Continuum right here on SF.
Plus, we check out Arrow and Revolution on DVD. But first, here's our high five. Warner Brothers is set to return to the world of Harry Potter with a new film based on the Hogwarts textbook Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This week, Warner's trademarked the title along with a number of others, including Quidditch Through the Ages and Tales of Beetle the Bard.
Neil Blomkamp is adding a bit of star power to his new film, Chappie. Hugh Jackman confirmed that he is set for a supporting role. The film centres around a robot police officer, voiced by Sharlto Copley, who is kidnapped by two local gangsters who want to use him for their own criminal purposes.
Jackie Chan told the Malaysian Times that he's building a theme park called JC World in Beijing. It'll be based on Chan's famed collection of historic Chinese sandalwood houses and have 5 themed lands. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a theme park as much as the next person, but what even is this?
Although we're still 2 months away from the Doctor Who 50th anniversary, the BBC have released their first tiny teaser. The 5-second clip sent Twitter into a meltdown. Check it out.
The day of the Doctor.
Idris Elba returns to guard the Bifrost as Heimdall in Marvel's Thor: The Dark World. This week, brand new posters were released for the film. The first featuring Heimdall, the other Malekith and his army.
What do you get when you take Oscar-nominated director Alfonso Cuarón and add Oscar winners Sandra Bullock and George Clooney?
You get Gravity, the heart-pounding deep space thriller that is so beautiful, I'm pretty sure that the planet Earth deserves an Oscar too.
We have to go, go!
Dr. Ryan Sandra Bullock Stone is a medical engineer on her first shuttle mission and is joined by George Clooney's veteran astronaut Kowalski. On a routine spacewalk, disaster strikes. The shuttle is destroyed, leaving Stone and Kowalski completely alone, tethered to nothing but each other and spiralling out into the blackness.
What do I do?
Oxygen is running low and they have to somehow reach the nearest space station.
Gravity is what gravity does. It draws you in, grips you, and doesn't let go. Although it's probably more of a disaster movie than a pure science fiction film, it's astonishing in both conception and execution. Unlike most Hollywood films, Gravity is so tight in its storytelling, not a single minute is wasted.
Totally. I mean, this makes for an awesomely intense viewing experience, but it's also incredibly exhausting. Besides being an emotional roller coaster, Gravity was a 3D CG spectacular. It's full of long panoramic shots, the camera taking you wherever the action needs you to be. You seriously feel that you are there with them, floating around in the emptiness of space.
I definitely caught myself holding my breath more than once in this film.
Gravity is out October 3. Do yourself a favour, IMAX 3D. I mean, with a film like this, the bigger the better.
On DVD this week, the complete first seasons of Arrow and Revolution. Arrow is based on the DC superhero, the Green Arrow, reinvented for a modern-day audience. After being marooned for 5 years on a remote island, billionaire Oliver Queen returns home with a mysterious agenda and a lethal set of new skills.
You know what? I enjoyed this series. It's like a tougher version of Revenge. It's fun, there's stacks of DC characters making appearances, and you just have to look at the promotional posters for Season 2 for the other reason I don't mind the show.
Whoa, Sophie!
Yeah. Produced by J.J. Abrams, Revolution is set in a post-apocalyptic world, 15 years after all forms of electricity have been mysteriously shut down.
I remember watching the pilot episode of this show and rolling my eyes was so bad, like laughably bad. Reluctantly, I stuck with it though, and I must say it kind of ironed out its story kinks. If you don't take Revolution too seriously, you're in for some nice surprises.
Oh.
Continuum Season 2 premieres on SF this week. It kind of came out of nowhere, didn't it, Soph? But now it's one of the most popular shows on the channel.
Yeah, there's some really great sci-fi coming out of Canada these days. And you know what? I love time travel shows, but sometimes even I get a little confused. I mean, is the future changing the past, or is the past changing the future?
Sophie, it's your lucky day. Here's the first season, all wrapped up in 60 seconds. The perfect refresher before jumping right into Season 2. See you later.
Bye.
Here is everything that happened in Continuum Season 1 in 60 seconds. This is Kira. Kira is a Vancouver cop living in the year 2077. One day she attends the execution of a terrorist group who killed thousands of people. At the last minute, the terrorist group, Liberate, whip out a time travel device that looks like a metallic chocolate orange. They transport themselves back to the year 2012. Kira tries to stop them, but doesn't succeed. She gets sucked back in time with them. Bummer. Kira, now all alone, starts trying to hunt down the members of Liberate using her fancy future suit to call for backup. Calling for backup doesn't work. Duh, it's 2012, Kira. None of your friends exist yet. She does make friends though. This is Alec. Alec can hear Kira on an experimental frequency he set up on his family farm. He's super clever and helps Kira by passing on what he can find out about Liberate. This is Carlos, the cop, who thinks Kira's a cop too and has no idea that she's a time traveller. Kira helps Carlos out with the info she has from the future and from Alec. They might do it. Liberate want to change the past to own the future. When their leader blows himself up in the season finale, the dynamic of the group shifts, with Lexa Andromeda Doig making it very clear who is next in line to be leader. We're left with finding out that Kira's trip to the past was no accident.